Hi, Estefania over at Sleep Stories and Classic Fairy Tales for Kids. And we're back with the next part of Uncle Wiggily's adventures. If you remember, maybe you remember, in the last adventure, the two naughty dogs were after Uncle Wiggily. He was in a hole, hiding from them, and they started pouring water in there, thinking that he would float to the top and they would grab him. Do you think they did? Nope. Let's move on. Uncle Wiggily and the monkey. Let me see. As I said, we left those two bad dogs pouring water down the hole to get Uncle Wiggily out. But Uncle Wiggily fooled him, didn't he? He got out of another hole that he dug around by the back door. Now do you remember? Well, I just wish you could have seen those two dogs after they had poured pail after pail of water down the hole, and no rabbit came floating up. "This hole must go all the way down to China," said Bowser, breathing very fast. "Yes, I'm tired of carrying water," said Biter. And just then, another dog cried out, "Why, you foolish dogs! The water's all running out the back way!" And surely enough it was running out the back way. Then they knew that Uncle Wiggily had escaped, and they were angry as anything. But it served them right, I think. My, I wonder what will happen next, thought the old gentleman rabbit as he hopped along. That was a narrow escape. So, having nothing else to do, Uncle Wiggily sat down on a nice smooth stump and he ate some lunch out of his case. And a red ant came up and very politely asked if she might not pick up the crumbs that he had dropped. "Of course you may," said Uncle Wiggily kindly, "and I'll give you a whole slice of bread and butter too." "Oh, you are too generous," spoke the red ant. "I never could carry a slice of bread and butter, but if you will leave it on the stump, I'll get some of my friends and we'll bite off little crumbs a few at a time and in that way carry it to our houses." So, that's what Uncle Wiggily did. And the ants had a fine feast and they were very thankful. Uncle Wiggily asked them if they knew where he could find his fortune. "Why don't you go to work instead of traveling around so much?" asked the biggest red ant. "The best fortune is the one you work for." "It is? I never thought of that," said Uncle Wiggily. "I will look for work at once. I wonder if you ants have any for me?" "We'd like to help you," they said, "but you see, you are so large that you couldn't get into our houses to do any work. You had much better travel along and work for someone larger than we are." I will," decided the old gentleman rabbit. "I'll ask everyone I meet if they want me to work for them." So, he started off once more, and the first place he came to was a house where a mouse lady lived. "Have you any work I can do?" asked Uncle Wiggily politely. "What work can you do?" asked the mouse lady. "Well, I can peel carrots or turnips with my teeth," said Uncle Wiggily, "and I can look after children and tell them stories, and I can do some funny tricks." "Then you had better go join a circus," interrupted the mouse lady. "I have no children, and I can peel my own carrots, thank you. And as for turnips, I never eat them." "Then I must go on a little further," said Uncle Wiggily as he picked up his case and walked off on his crutch. So he went on until he came to another house in the woods, and he knocked on the door. "Have you any work I can do?" inquired Uncle Wiggily politely. "No, get away and don't bother me," growled a most unpleasant voice, and the rabbit was just going down the stairs when The door opened a crack, and a long, sharp nose and a mouth full of sharp teeth and some long legs with sharp claws on them were stuck out. "Oh, hold on," cried the voice. "I guess I can find some work for you after all. You can get up dinner for me." And then the savage creature who had opened the door made a grab for the rabbit and nearly caught him. Only Uncle Wiggily jumped away just in time, and the wolf, for he it was who had called out, caught his own tail in the crack of the door and howled most frightfully. "Come back! Come back!" cried the wolf. But of course, Uncle Wiggily wouldn't do such a foolish thing as that, and the wolf couldn't chase him, for his tail was fast in the door hinge. I must be more careful after this how I knock at doors and ask for work," the old gentleman rabbit thought. "I was nearly caught that time. I'll try again, and I may have better luck." So he walked along through the woods, and pretty soon he heard a voice singing. And this is the song as nearly as I can remember it. "Here I sit and wonder what I'm going to do. I've no one to help me. I think it's sad, don't you? I have to play the fiddle, but still I'd give a cent to anyone who'll keep the boys from crawling in the tent." "Well, I wonder who can that be?" thought Uncle Wiggily. "He'll give a cent, eh? To anyone who keeps the boys from crawling in the tent? Now, if that isn't a bear or a fox or a wolf, maybe I can work for him and earn that money. I'll try." So he peeped out of the bushes, and there he saw a nice monkey, all dressed up in a clown's suit spotted red, white, and blue. And the monkey was playing a tune on the fiddle. Then all of a sudden he laid aside the fiddle and began to beat the bass drum. Then he blew on a horn, and next he jumped up and down and turned a somersault, and then finally he grabbed up a whip with a whistle in the tail, in the end, and that monkey began to pretend he was chasing make-believe boys from around a real tent that was in a little place under the trees. "Oh, I guess that monkey won't hurt me," said Uncle Wiggily as he stepped boldly out. And as soon as the monkey saw the rabbit, he called out most politely, "Well, what do you want?" "I want to earn a pence, by chasing boys from out the tent," replied Uncle Wiggily. "Good," cried the monkey. "So you heard me sing? I'm tired of being the whole show. I need someone to help me. Come over here, and I'll explain all about it. If you like it, you can go to work for me, and if you do, your fortune is as good as made." "That's fine," cried Uncle Wiggily. "And I can do tricks in the show, too." "Fine," exclaimed the monkey, hanging by his tail from a green apple tree. "Now I'll explain." But just as he was going to do so, out jumped a big black bear from the bushes and made a grab for Uncle Wiggily. He might have caught him too, only the monkey picked up a coconut pie off the ground and hit the bear so hard on the head that the savage creature was frightened and ran away, sneezing, leaving the monkey and the rabbit alone by the show tent. "Now, we'll get ready to have some fun," said the monkey. And what he and Uncle Wiggily did, I'll tell you in the next story. Uncle Wiggily and the boys. "Well," said the monkey after the bear had run away, "I guess we can sit down now and talk quietly together, eh, Uncle Wiggily?" "Yes," said the old gentleman rabbit, "but what is it that you want me to do?" I heard you sing that funny little song about the boys coming in the tent, but I don't exactly understand." "That's just it," replied the monkey. "You see, it's this way. I have a little... I've gone over my time. You have to wait till next time to find out what Uncle Wiggily and the monkey got up to. We'll be back again in a few days with the next part. So be sure to subscribe. Why? So you can get a notification when the next part of this story is ready for you. And there will be other things as well, tongue twisters and all kinds of fun things. So be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Take care, be good, stay well. Bye for now.